Hey everybody, it's Dan Sims with Success by Day, and today I'm going to be talking about something from Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. In his last chapter, The Case for a Tragic Optimism, Frankl actually talks about the pleasure principle, which is something I've been talking about recently, discussed by Freud in Civilization and Its Discontents. He says, this need for a reason to be happy, a reason to be happy, is similar in another specifically human phenomenon, laughter. If you want anyone to laugh, you have to provide him with a reason. You have to tell him a joke. In no way is it possible to evoke real laughter by urging him or having him urge himself to laugh. Doing so would be the same as urging people posed in front of a camera to say cheese, only to find that in the finished photographs their faces are frozen in artificial smiles. When I first read this, I thought I understood it immediately, but it took a little bit of thinking to actually understand what he's saying here. And what I believe he is saying is that happiness is not something that we are striving for. To use the old adage, happiness is not the destination but the journey. And that's exactly what Viktor Frankl is talking about here. He's saying that happiness is not something we strive for. It's not something that we work toward. Happiness can be achieved right now in your life, in my life, in anybody's life. And he talks specifically about people in internment camps in World War II, that they were able to find happiness, not work toward it. They weren't working toward happiness once they got out of those internment camps. They found happiness within themselves. And this is actually an argument I've been having with a couple of people recently, the difference between happiness and success. And I have argued that success is happiness. If you're happy with where you are and what you have, of course with that that urge to keep progressing and keep gaining more knowledge, more experience, keep becoming more successful, keep moving to another level. But that coupled with happiness with what you have and gratitude for what you have, in my opinion, is success. If you are happy with what you have and working diligently toward what you want, simply because progression makes you happy and successful, that, in my opinion, is success. When you're happy with what you have, but you're also working toward becoming better, toward growing. And what Frankl is saying here is that is the same thing. He's more or less agreeing with me. Happiness is not settling for what you have now. It's not complacency. And I think a lot of people confuse that. Happiness is not complacency. I do agree that you can find happiness. I agree with Viktor Frankl. You can find happiness wherever you are. It is an inward thing and not an outward thing. Like he says in Man's Search for Meaning, you need a reason. You're not working toward happiness. You find a reason to be happy and then progress from that point. He also says to the European, it is a characteristic of the American culture that again and again one is commanded and ordered to be happy. But happiness cannot be pursued. It must ensue. One must have a reason to be happy. Once the reason is found, however, one becomes happy automatically. As we see, a human being is not one in pursuit of happiness, but rather in search of a reason to become happy. So I still think that there is a hard link between happiness and success, but happiness, again, is not complacency. Happiness is having a reason to be happy. If you have a reason where you are to be happy, that's happiness. But if you are happy with what you have and continue on to progress and to get better, that is success. Happiness coupled with progression is success, in my opinion, and I think Viktor Frankl would agree with me. So that's your Success by Day for today. I hope that was helpful and not too confusing. I will leave a link to this book in the description. This is a fantastic book. If you're somebody who believes in inward happiness, I think you'll agree with a lot of the ideas in this book, and if you're not someone who thinks that happiness is an inward thing, it's kind of a Buddhist idea. We believe that happiness is a destination to strive for, then this book will probably be helpful for you because for me at least, it clued me into the fact that I could be happy with where I was and still strive for more. So that's your Success by Day for today. I hope that was helpful, and I will see you next time.